So this trail is leading us to a place called Galangi. Lost city, and I think pretty much we look lost. What do you think? Galangi is a set of caves, and we think they're over in that direction over there, I guess. And I think it's going to be a bit of trouble to get to. Perhaps what we'll do, we'll send the drone up maybe and see if we can find some sort of sense of the place. Well, after a lot of time and effort, we've lost the lost city. But the caves essentially are so old that people say that a number of civilizations, ancient civilizations many years ago, would hide in the caves, built their community in the caves, and develop their lifestyle. And we're hoping we could just pop and have a little look at that. Malaysia's lost city. But unfortunately we've lost it. Well, the car's still there. Had a bit of a walk, a bit of a trek. Couldn't find what we were looking for, but back to Otto, back to the truck, and on to the next part of the journey. So following our walk, which was a failed walk, what are you laughing at?
Not enough research.
Not enough research. I totally misjudged Julia,
Thanks.
who on our way, because Julia was driving, and on our way here, 2 hours from the last campsite, in my head I was thinking that Julia mentioned she was going to do some wraps. But you didn't do wraps, did you, Anne?
No, I never was.
See, and this is communication. And yet, and this is the misjudgment, look at the lovely lunch. Soft cheese, grapes and crackers. Do you know who would want any more? Just as well the walk didn't work out right.
Okay, so that walk didn't quite turn out as we planned. We've decided that we perhaps need to do a little bit more research in the future. Never mind, it was lovely to stretch those legs. Next stop, supermarket. Not sure we'll get everything. You never know in these little remote places, but I'm sure we'll be able to make do and mend. So looking forward to seeing what we can get off our list. Not this one? Oh, this is a big one. I don't think it's this one though, is it? Oh, it could be.
Okay. Well, I'm going to drop you here and I'm going to go and see if I can find a place to throw some rubbish. Julie's.
Okay, got some onions. I need some wraps. Not going down that one because it's got a step ladder. Let's try this one. I want some rice, but I don't need that much rice. Oh my word, I wonder if they've got some smaller bags somewhere, because I certainly don't need that and I haven't got nowhere to put it. Let's try down this side. Oh, look at that. Bird's eye custard. Funny enough, we've got some in our cupboard, so I don't need any. I don't know how that got in there. Perhaps I'll have to ask Mike.
I'm choosing biscuits. Love it. Trouble is, you'll discover I'm not a chocolate person. So, some fruity rubbish. Pineapple jam looks perfect. And sultana. Oh my goodness.
Sour cream. Oh, it's like a warehouse, isn't it? Big bulk buying soya milk. We need milk, but not that milk. Oh, we got a funnel, which we do need.
I like a funnel.
That's awesome. Onion. 1 pepper. We'll have to do. Tomatoes. I'm struggling for cereal we haven't got. We won't get ham here. Right, so we need some cheese and some milk. Okay, so we need chicken. I don't think we'll have our whole chicken, do you? I wonder what's in the freezer. And then I want salmon, but these aren't salmon. I don't know what fish they are, but it's not salmon. There's Lucian.
All done?
Where the heck's this going to go?
Somewhere in there.
Well, we have been blessed because we've gone down some really beautiful lanes, and I mean lanes, and not easy to get past other cars, and we've often had to pull in, but so much nicer than driving the highways and the toll roads. And we've seen some amazing sights, being able to pull in and look at some beautiful views. So this is the last few miles until we get to our campsite. Can't wait to see it because it's at the top of a hill. Well, I'd researched this campsite and a lot of people had said in the reviews that it wasn't for the faint-hearted and you needed a 4x4. And to start with, I was thinking, I think they've got this wrong. And then we hit the path, the main path going up to the campsite. I knew it was on a hill, but I didn't realise how steep it was going to be, and my word was it steep. I was really glad that Mike was driving at this point. However, in the back of my mind, I was guessing that Mike would challenge me to drive it back down when we left. But the twists and turns, the bridge, I mean, it was amazing to get up to the top and see that view, but how muddy, how wet, very bouldery, very scary, I have to say. I'm glad I was doing the filming and Mike was doing the driving. was at this point that I realised that the reviews had been accurate. A 4x4 was the best vehicle to get to this campsite. I was really looking forward to getting to the top, setting up and getting that kettle on and having a brew. Something stronger might have been nicer, but a brew we'd settle for. Minutes and we were all set up, ready for our cuppa.
Well, this is our view. Not bad, eh? Wind comes over these mountains here, right across. We've got some trees right behind us, bit of hills. But a beautiful location. What a view. Take you for a little stroll. It's been raining, so it's a little slippy and a little muddy. You can probably hear that noise. I'm not going to go down too far because not the greatest of areas to slip. Take a look at that. And a short walk, jungle area. But we're on our own because it's the edges of a monsoon season in this location, so got the place to ourselves. Pretty cool, huh? Alright, I've taken some drone shots, and Julia is the social media guru. She's been focusing on loading a few things up. Interestingly, as I'm filming this, one of our videos is going to go live today, a little bit later. So we've just been doing a little bit of potting around with that, planning for the next few days, and sorting out where we're going to stay. We've got that sorted, we've got that figured out, sorted out what we're going to do about shopping. We've actually got some laundry to do, but take a look at this. This is the place to chill, right? Look at that. How are you doing, my love?
I'm trying to do a post on Instagram for our social media. So I'm doing some pictures, and I'm going to try and promote our video that's coming out today.
Better leave her to it, right? I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll just give you a little brief overview of some of the things that we've been doing, because It doesn't look like much actually, but we've actually removed lots of things from both sides of the storage area and repacked the top of the back of that there, so it becomes more organised and structured to be able to remove things. So we spent a couple of hours doing that over the last couple of days. They're just the bags for the jackery. This is a godsend. We did some planning a little while ago, testing of the truck and what happened with the charging, and we used just the internal battery to see what the limits were, and it worked brilliantly, absolutely brilliantly, but we did reach the limit. So what we wanted to do was to find out how to be even more efficient and how to be able to make sure that we were fully charged when we need to, hence the jackery, and that solved our problem. And now it's raining on me. Oh joy! Do you know the one thing about the rain? It's not cold, it's just wet. Take a look at that.
Well, we enjoyed 3 nights at this lovely campsite. It was a little bit windy and wet, but it didn't dampen our spirits. I was right. Mike suggested that I drove down as he had driven up, and we do take turns in the driving. Having completed an off-road driving course, but not driven a great deal off-road as it were, I did rise to the challenge, and Mike was there to offer me guidance when I asked for it. And to be honest, I did quite enjoy it, and I felt my confidence growing. There were some boulders to contend with, and there were some dips that I didn't like, and we did stop. We stopped at the bridge because I knew this was going to be a challenge, as did Mike. So we talked it through. We walked out of the vehicle and went down to the bridge, and Mike shared what was the best route for me to take.
Right, so you're going to come around here. You're going to swing out a little bit.
At the end of the day, Mike had driven over this bridge going up to the campsite, so surely it wasn't going to be too much of a problem for me to drive back over it. And you'd think I'd know the circle and arc of the car because I've been driving for so long, but I still don't always get it quite right. The bridge didn't look secure at all in my eyes, despite the fact that Mike had already driven it when we arrived. Was our heavy truck really going to make it over such a rickety bridge? I'm sure there'd been no inspection recently going on this bridge. The butterflies, they were going in my stomach. Nerves were really kicking in. Now, all I had to do was keep the 4 tyres going in the right direction, not fall off the sides, and I'm sure I was going to make it. There was a real sense of relief when I got to the other side. I'd done it. Oh God, was I glad I could put my foot down and get to the top of that hill. It was only then that I really felt a sense of achievement. Hope you've enjoyed the journey with us. We're off to the East Coast now. Please like and subscribe, and see you next time.